Welcome back to the Ultimate Microsoft Azure Fundamentals AZ-900 quiz series. This is day 15 of our 30-day challenge to get AZ-900 certified. In today's video, we'll test your skills with real 2025 style AZ-900 exam questions. Perfect for cloud beginners, IT pros, and career changers, aiming for top-paying cloud jobs. Make sure to stay till the end, because passing AZ-900 is just your first step toward becoming a Microsoft certified cloud expert. To watch the complete series, check our playlist. To get the PDF and quiz, visit our website, TechCode Solution. Link is in the comment section. Let's dive into today's questions. Select 2 correct statements for Azure subscriptions. The options are A. A company can store resources in multiple subscriptions. B. The virtual machines can be moved to the new subscription only if they are all in the same resource group. C. Each Azure subscription can contain multiple account admins. D. A single account can be associated with at most 10 subscriptions. E. Each Azure subscription can be managed by using a Microsoft account only. The correct answers are: a company can store resources in multiple subscriptions. Each Azure subscription can be managed by using a Microsoft account only. Exam note: this question requires you to evaluate the text inside to determine if it is correct. Azure Firewall secures websites from attacks and generates reports that contain details of attempted attacks. Select No Change Needed if the above statement is correct, otherwise select the correct answer. The options are A. No change needed, B. DDoS protection, C. Network security group, Azure Information Protection AIP. The correct answer is DDoS protection. Azure Distributed Denial of Service. DDoS attacks attempt to overwhelm and exhaust an application's resources, making the application slow or unresponsive to legitimate users. Azure DDoS protection, combined with application design best practices, provide defense against DDoS attacks. Other options are not correct. Let's look why. Option Azure Information Protection, AIP, is incorrect. Azure Information Protection, AIP, helps organizations to classify and protect their documents and emails by applying labels. Labels can be applied automatically by administrators who define rules and conditions, manually by users, or with a combination of both, where users are guided by recommendations. Option Network Security Group NSG is incorrect. Network security groups, NSG, allow you to filter network traffic to and from Azure resources, and not web traffic in an Azure virtual network. Option Azure Firewall is incorrect. Azure Firewall is a fully managed, cloud-based network security service that protects your Azure virtual network resources. It is a fully stateful firewall as a service with built-in high availability and unrestricted cloud scalability. How can an architect allow some users to control the virtual machines in each environment, but prevent them from modifying networking and other resources in the same resource group or Azure subscription? The options are A. Create a policy in Azure Policy that audits resource usage. B. Create a role assignment through Azure Role-Based Access Control, Azure RBAC. C. Split the environment into separate resource groups. Correct answer is create a role assignment through Azure Role-Based Access Control, Azure RBAC. Azure RBAC enables you to create roles that define access permissions. You might create one role that limits access only to virtual machines, and a second role that provides administrators with access to everything. Other options are not correct. Let's look why. Option Create a policy in Azure Policy that audits resource usage is incorrect. Although you might be able to audit how your resources are used, but this will not prevent users to modify resources, so this solution will not solve the problem. Option Split the environment into separate resource groups is incorrect. Resource groups are meant to contain related resources. Although you can likely split the environment into separate resource groups, this approach would likely be more complex than is needed. Which of the following options can you use to link virtual networks? Select the correct option. The options are A. Multi-chassis link aggregation, B. Network address translation, C. Virtual network peering, D. Dynamic host control protocol. Correct answer is virtual network peering. Virtual network peering can be used to link virtual networks. Other options are not correct. A. Multi-chassis link aggregation. This is a data center hardware level technique used to combine multiple network interfaces into one to increase bandwidth and redundancy. It is not used in Azure to link VNets. B. Network address translation, NAT. NAT is used to translate private IP addresses to public ones and vice versa, mainly for internet connectivity. NAT is not used to link two virtual networks together. D. Dynamic Host Control Protocol, DHCP. DHCP is a protocol that automatically assigns IP addresses to devices on a network. It does not establish links between virtual networks. You are running a virtual machine in a public cloud using IaaS. Which model correctly reflects how that resource is managed? Select the correct option. The options are A. User Management Model, B. Serverless Model, C. Shared Responsibility Model, D. Consumption-based model. Correct answer is Shared Responsibility Model. In an on-premises data center, you own the whole stack. As you move to the cloud, some responsibilities transfer to Microsoft. Under the Shared Responsibility Model, the management of the resource is shared between the cloud provider and the end user. The cloud provider is responsible for the cloud services infrastructure, and the end user is responsible for configuring and managing the services correctly. A. User Management Model. This is not a recognized model in Azure or cloud computing terminology. It may imply user roles or access control, but doesn't describe how cloud responsibilities are shared. B. Serverless Model. Serverless abstracts away the server infrastructure completely, e.g. Azure Functions. In IaaS, you do manage the server, VM, so this is not serverless. D. Consumption-based model. This refers to billing, not management. In Azure, you pay for what you use, but this doesn't describe the responsibility model. You have an on-premises network that contains several servers. You plan to migrate all the servers to Azure and need to recommend a solution to ensure that some of the servers are available if a single Azure data center goes offline. What should you include in the recommendation? The options are A. Low latency, B. Fault tolerance, C. Scalability, D. Elasticity. Correct answer is fault tolerance. Fault tolerance is the ability to remain up and running even in the event of a component or service no longer functioning. Typically, redundancy is built into cloud services architecture, so if one component fails, a backup component takes its place. This type of service is said to be tolerant of faults. Azure can help make your app highly available through availability zones with 99.99% Azure SLA. If one zone in a region goes down, other availability zones in the region continue to work. Other options are not correct. Option elasticity is incorrect. Elasticity is the ability to automatically or dynamically increase or decrease resources as needed. Option scalability is incorrect. Scalability is the ability to increase or decrease resources for any given workload. You can add additional resources to service a workload, known as scaling out, or add additional capabilities to manage an increase in demand to the existing resource, known as scaling up. Option low latency is incorrect. Low latency describes a computer network that is optimized to process a very high volume of data messages with minimal delay, latency.